Today could have been like a 18, 19, $20,000 day, but a bunch of foolishness happened. We're going to dive into it. I ended up ending the day off green, a little bit over $6,000 though. But I took 3 trades. I haven't taken 3 trades in one day in a pretty long time. I'm not going to lie. But we can go over that right now. So, well, first let me go back in time. So I forgot to make the video from yesterday on ES. I caught the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for a sell out of here, out of this squeeze to the downside. It broke my area that I was going to enter me into the trade. As soon as we got entered in, it went the complete opposite way and shot all the way up. Like, we literally caught the bottom. Keep in mind, I had taken this live on the call with the inner circle this morning too. It was crazy. But anyways, I lost about $2,100 on this trade yesterday. But I forgot to make a video about it yesterday. I'm not going to lie. I remembered it because I was going over my P&L, my journaling for the week. If you're not journaling your trades, you need to be consistently journaling your trades. I was going over my journaling and remembered I saw this on my calendar, on like the profit and loss calendar or whatever. So I remembered to go over it this time. But then today, I had a trade for ES played out for a buy off of this zone, but didn't end up taking it. Let's go to Heikinashi. Didn't end up taking it. We did take 2 YM trades, right? So this first one, we can go over it really quickly. This first one was simply a buy off this support zone right here. Support and like regular resistance and support zones just haven't been working out too good. For a little minute, I've been doing much better with break and retest zones, and we'll go over that in a second. But this is the initial trade that we took right here. It was going great. If we go back in time here, you can see it was going absolutely amazing for the most part. I wanted to bounce off this zone right here. As you see, at around 8:45, it started to reject off of this zone or tap back into the zone. On the 1 minute time frame, had some market structure. We got an entry on the break of this high right here when it gave us a new high. Price was looking good. Instantly tapped our TP1 here. A lot of people, like I said, we took this on a live call, so a lot of people did take this trade and get out at TP1. I didn't though. So I just held it, and it was just consolidating a bunch. Ended up coming over here and taking me out of the trade. Once we had this consolidation, I ended up putting my stop loss at this swing low, under these swing lows, which is basically at my break even point. So ended up closing this trade out at break even when it took me out right down here. It was looking good. Volume just completely slowed down on YM, which sucked because it was a really good setup, really bullish momentum, good buys off this hourly zone, but just couldn't hold it for the most part, unfortunately. So break even trade right here. And we took an NG trade here, and this hit a break even. So this is a break and retest that I wanted. Let's go back on replay. Right now I'm on regular candlestick, so I can do replay pretty easily for you guys to see it. But I wanted a retest of this double top that price had made. This is an hourly zone right here. Price had made this double top. Once it made this double top, it went into a little bit of a channel. I don't trade channels. I don't trade channel breakouts, nothing like that. But I was just using this as a gauge to see exactly what price would do when it broke out of this so-called channel. It broke above it. We got a retest down, not only into this hourly, what was previously a resistance zone, but also to tap into the most recent resistance zone breakout right here. It tapped into it just slightly and then bought up off of it. We ended up taking buys off of this area right here. I originally wanted entries above here, but during the call, I think I was answering a question or something like that this morning. So I missed my entry. So I hopped in it right up here when it broke this candlestick after it retested this high point on the 1 minute time frame. I don't do that too frequently, but ended up doing it. Originally had my stop loss right down here. And then as you see, NG went, tapped our TP1, tapped our TP2, came down. I did not move my stop loss to break even, but once we had this huge drop down here, I moved my stop loss under this swing low right here. And I was safe for a while. It was looking good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, there's no way YM and NG take us out at break even after hitting most of our TP levels. And that's exactly what price ended up doing. It came, tapped this TP2 level again perfectly, sold down, ended up taking me out of the trade here. And then after that, I believe it wicked all the way down, then just went to full TP. So if I'd kept my original stop loss, this just happens sometimes. You got to take it to the chin. If I kept my original stop loss, we would have hit full TP, but obviously that didn't happen. Market just continued to buy up on NG here. I then rejected off of this additional zone that I had, and that's why I had my full TP up here, because we had a retest zone from yesterday where NG created a double bottom, but you see price broke through it and never came back up to retest it. That's why I had my ultimate TP there, and price sold off after that. But so we took 2 break-even trades, basically 2 break-even trades, and then YM came and saved the day. So after this took me out at break-even right here, it sold through this original support zone into this hourly double top that it had made. So it made the first top here on Friday and the second top here on yesterday, which was Monday. You see price broke above it and it never came back to retest it. We finally got that retest back down into this zone. If you look right here, got that retest down into it. If we go to the 1 minute time frame, you start seeing we have a trend line here and we start building consolidation, which is, you guys know what I like to see. Right here, you see this consolidation is building. We're seeing up down movement, rejected here at this point, which gave us an entry area. I didn't want to wait for entries above here because I didn't know if price would be able to break past here for my full TP, and my full TP was right here. If I'd entered up here, I'd have to put my stop loss below here and target here. The risk reward ratio would have been trash. So didn't do it. I went for a little bit of a riskier earlier entry here, but we ended up getting our entry on this candlestick right here. Nice bullish momentum, stop loss below this low point right here. Super simple setup here. Price broke. It's consolidated for a little bit at this trend line, but then it broke above it strongly, which was a good sign. Went, hit our TP1, had a little bit of a reversal here to kind of make a double bottom here on the 1 minute time frame. I didn't really care too much about that, especially since the 5 minute had closed nicely. I do forget it had this big dump here. I'm not gonna lie. It had a huge dump right there. Got a little bit scared there, but then we had a beautiful 5 minute candlestick shooting to the upside, which was good. And then after that, it was really just history. It hit our full TP. And if you see, price just continued to go all the way up. So if I'd held this, I could have probably made, because right here, I used 12 contracts. So I made, like I said, a little bit over $6,000 on this trade right here on YM. If I held it longer, I would have made, I don't know, a lot more. I would have made like, what is this, 357 ticks? Come on, quick math. That's 60 times 300 and what I say? 57? $21,420. It's okay. We don't need it. We don't need it. It's okay. We're doing okay. We're doing fine. We could be happy with $6,000. And this happened pretty fast. It didn't take too long for this to hit full TP, about 50 minutes or so. But yeah, that was the 3 trades we took. 2 break evens. I told them inside the inner circle.